Hey everybody, Dawn McGee here, your wellness strategist and nutrition evangelist. Still up here in Vermont, and it's a completely different kind of day than it was last week when I went live. It's beautiful, it's sunny, it's not pouring rain. Um, and so today I want to talk about what to do when life shows up because life has shown up for me in a big way over these last couple of weeks. And I'll just tell you briefly, I was feeling under the weather last week. Turns out it was walking pneumonia. So a couple of visits to the clinic later, a little bit of antibiotics. I'm feeling much better, but it's going to take some time to heal. So this was not the vacation that I had planned. And I'm not going to talk about that, but I am going to talk about what do you do when life shows up? Because life can show up for all of us in so many different ways. Maybe, maybe you're sick. Maybe a family member is sick. Maybe you've got a big work project. Maybe you're taking a trip and you didn't have the access to the things that you thought you might have access to. There's so many different ways that life can show up for you, and the key is not what happens, but the key is how you respond to it. And notice that I said respond and not react, because we can all get like entrenched in our reactions and stomp our feet, have a little tantrum, and say, man, this is not what I had planned. And I will tell you, for my vacation, this is not what I had planned. I packed my pickleball stuff and my volleyball stuff, and I was planning on doing all of these things. I brought up food and wine. We were going to socialize and entertain and enjoy, and really none of that has happened, and that's okay. I pivoted. I also had a good book that I was excited to sit and read. We had weather that wasn't great, and so we spent time inside playing board games instead of outside. Last night at the bonfire, there was lightning and thunder in the area, so they had to shut it down very quickly. So many things have not gone according to plan, and yet none of us were throwing temper tantrums because we had all sorts of plan Bs, right? And so many other things that we could do. And that really matters. And so my challenge to you this week is to not just have plans for exactly what you want to do, but think about how you're going to respond and what you're going to do when life shows up. Because it's not if life is going to show up, but it's when life is going to show up. Inevitably, something at some point in time is going to happen, and it's not going to go according to plan. Um, and how you respond matters. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments about some situations you've been in and how you've responded. Couple of quick notes for you guys. I am presenting this afternoon at the Fitness Business Association conference. So go to FBA Succeed if you want to check out my presentation. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern tonight with my co-presenter, Debbie Ballinger. I'm super excited about our topic. Second note, really important to know, is when you are taking antibiotics, it definitely mucks with your bacterial balance. And so one of the things that I am taking a little bit extra of is my favorite Zyve. And you'll see the link to that in the comments as well, because you've got to rebalance yourself as well. So that's really it for today. A whole bunch of different topics, but I want to know how you are planning for your plan B, how you're going to respond when life shows up, because that matters, as always. And I hope for you, as always, that you live a life you love without being hungry, feeling deprived, or giving up the things that bring you joy. So until next week, hopefully I'll have my voice fully back, and I will see you back on the homestead in my usual place. Have a great week, everybody.